y'all, I'm Elisa, the Scrappy Wife behind ScrappyWife.com, and today I have a Bible journal process video for you. I am going to be journaling in the book of Ezra, and the verses I actually want to journal are Ezra 3:11, where it says, "With praise and thanksgiving they sang to the Lord. He is good, his love towards Israel endures forever. And all the people gave a great shout of praise to the Lord because the foundation of the house of the Lord was laid." Obviously, I've already journaled on this particular page, so I'm going to do a journaling entry on the opposite page and just make sure to notate where that one went. I'm going to use several goodies from Project Gr8tful. I have a ton of the paper pieces left, and they're just so beautiful, and I can't wait to use them in this particular process. So this will be about gratitude, and kind of gratitude being the basis of worship. I will link everything that I end up using down below. Otherwise, let's go. Okay, so this page comes together super easily, and that's because these are just really pretty pieces from Project Gr8tful. I have so many pieces left over because I printed out the kit before I received the physical kit, and I used most of the printed out pieces on my project so far, and so I had a lot of these already cut out from the actual physical kit, if that makes sense. I'm going to pull out one of the card pockets from the kit, and then I have this little library card that'll fit perfectly in there for journaling. And basically I'm just going to layer pieces around this card just to add a little decoration, a little interest, and it's really going to be kind of a coming together. So the theme of this particular journaling page is going to be gratitude, but gratitude through worship, or worshiping with gratitude. And I was thinking about what it really meant to worship and how I don't think you can truly worship without gratitude in your heart. How can you recognize the amazingness of God without being so grateful for everything He has done? And that's what I wanted to reflect on in this journaling entry. So I have all of these parts of nature kind of coming together. They're choosing gratitude and they're choosing worship. I've picked out a green background, and I'm going to get this blending brush. I'll find a similar one on Amazon, and I'm just adding a little bit of color to the background, really gentle, like just to add some color. You're going to see a lot of this ends up getting covered up, and that's okay. I've had people ask how I know what's going to be covered, how I don't know what's going to be covered, and I don't always know in advance. Sometimes you can imagine where things are going to be, and sometimes you can't. So it's okay to end up covering up things that you've put on your page already, just because it just doesn't work out in the way you thought it might. And that's part of journaling. That's a big part of art journaling, is that when you're working with layers, sometimes things get covered up, and you have to be able to kind of let that go. It's not really wasted work. All right, these are Sweet and Sassy stamps, which I haven't used in a while, but they are super cute. And I'm kind of doing third and fourth generation stamping, meaning I wanted it to start darker in the middle and get lighter as it went up and went down. And now I'm just figuring out where all these pieces are going to layer. I was having trouble with these trees. I just could not get them to work. I think the truth is I just was trying to use too many different pieces. So I decided to cut down on the number of pieces, only do one girl. I love the Choose Gratitude ticket, and then I'm actually going to layer in a few animals, which I haven't used very many of these animals yet, and they really, really are super cute. So I'm excited to get to use them. And this little hedgehog guy, I think, or porcupine, he's a porcupine. He is adorable. I love him. So he's definitely going to go on this page in a minute, and the moose, lots of cute pieces to layer in here with this little pocket card. Okay, once I had the main pieces situated where I want them, I'm going to speed this up and just use my Tombow adhesive to get all of these down on the page. And like I said, it's a pretty simple, like I'm not, reinventing the wheel here at all. It's just layering ephemera pieces. I'm going to add a little bit of chalk ink to the edge of this tag just so it sticks out a little bit from the background. And I love that it says grateful. I think that is super cute. So we'll layer that behind there and then layer the pieces down on the bottom. You don't always have to reinvent the wheel. This is so fun. I can appreciate Kelly Bangs's beautiful artwork and artistry and use those on this page, all while thinking of worship and what it means to worship, and how gratitude is just so intrinsically involved when you are worshiping with your whole heart. And that's really the story that's being told in Ezra as they are rebuilding the temple. It talks about them coming together with worship, with praise and gratitude, which I thought was a really important distinction that they brought out in this particular verse in Ezra 3:11. Okay, so I have a few smaller pieces here that I'm using some foam pop-up dots. These are the American Crafts foam dots that I absolutely love, and I'm going to use them to pop up a few of the hearts and an acorn. My little porcupine guy, he's going to get popped up too, and this just adds a little extra dimension. It's fun to see the shadows, and it adds interest on the page. So you could definitely, if you were not wanting to add a lot of bulk to your Bible, you could definitely just put these straight on the page. That would not be a big deal at all. I just don't mind a little bulk. This Bible is getting super big and puffy, so I'm gonna have to come up with a new plan for 2022. I think I might change styles of Bible. I think I might go for an interleaved Bible. Let me know below if you use an interleaved Bible for your journaling, what you think of it. I'm a little nervous because I feel like the pages will feel really small, but they will be a blank page. So that'll be a plus side. All right, getting the last few pieces in here, and then I will begin working on the title for this page. I was actually planning on hand lettering the title, but then I realized that I had some really cute stamps from Kelly Bangs. They are called the Legitist Alpha Eva, I think. They were available over on Illustrated Faith. I don't think that they are available anymore, but they are super cute. I love, love, love the different outfits she has. So I'm going to use that as the main part of my title, and I'm going to spell out the word worship. I'm putting it backwards on this particular block just because I wanted to line it up towards the left side of the block. So when I flipped over, it just made sense to me spatially. So I'm going to spell out the word worship, and then actually I'm going to stamp it in a brown, which is not a color that I use very often, but it really goes with the tones on this page. I thought it would go much better than putting it in black. I thought black would be a little too sharp. So putting it in brown, and I love how it came out. And then I'm going to add an outline in this dark red maroon color that really matches the pocket that's on the page. So I will just outline that and then use that same color pen to add the rest of the title for this entry, which is Worship with Gratitude. The last thing that I do is end up grabbing a pen and writing out some journaling on that little library card. And what I journaled says this: can you truly worship without gratitude? Can you recognize the amazing magnificence of God without your heart bursting with gratitude? I don't think so. Gratitude is the basis of worship and necessary to truly open your heart. And I made sure to write the verse reference Ezra 3:11 since I wasn't journaling on that same page. I wanted to make sure I knew what verse this was referencing. And that's going to be it for this journaling entry. If you liked this video, please give it a thumbs up and consider hitting that subscribe button as well as the bell notification button. I will link the supplies that I can find down below. I know the Project Gr8tful images are available digitally, so if you missed out on the physical kit, you can still download those digital images. I want to give a huge shout out to my Scrappy YouTube members. Thank you so much for all of your support. You guys are amazing. And I hope the rest of you have an absolutely fabulous day. And as always, keep it creative.